Hi guys, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope everybody's doing good. I have just gotten back from my vacation, and this is my first video since I've been back. And I thought, you know, just kind of as a warm-up rather than a tutorial type thing, we would just do a craft with me. And today I'm just going to be altering some playing cards. And I don't know that my take on it's going to be much different than, you know, other people's. I'm going to be using some different elements and different things with it. And I thought you might want to just kind of craft along with me, okay? I'll be using some of my distressed oxide inks, just different colors. Just different, and then distress ink. I might be using some other color inks. I'll be using some my black and gray archival ink. Of course, I've got just different size playing cards I've just picked randomly for no particular reason. I might use just some words here and there on them. I don't know yet. Maybe some labels. I'm not sure, okay? I have decided that I'm going to try and use, I just got some of these in. I have quite a few of them, and I don't use them nearly as much. These are all of the different Tim Holtz tissue papers, and if you haven't ever used those, or I don't know what happened to the top of this, but they're really fun to use, and I have different ones. And I thought, you know, I think I'm going to try those and see how, you know, how they look on these. I might use, I have some of the Tim Holtz little people. So I might use a few of those. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really decided. So we're just going to kind of play it by ear and then see. I might use some washi tape. The stamps I'm going to be using, here, let me move these over here. Lost a person there. We're going to be using some stamps, and I just decided I kind of wanted to do something different. I'm doing this all for my nature journal, which y'all are going to see me pull together. I'm going to probably do at least one of them with you this week or so, and put all the different elements and everything in it. But what I find a lot of times when I buy a digital kit, or if I buy, you know, certain papers, or like I'm using the Tim Holtz papers along with all of the field notes and things, I have to be careful because I'll end up using the same elements over and over again on different things, and I kind of want to I just don't want to overdo, you know, everything to where everything starts looking the same. So I thought, I was trying to think of a way to do these differently, and I thought maybe if I use my stamps, and that was another thing too, you know, I have so much stuff that I don't use, that I forget to use, that you go kind of this, you know, autopilot, and you don't get all your stuff out. So I thought maybe I would do that. And I have just different type of, you know, nature type, you know, flowers and butterflies and things like that. And I just bought a new one, and I have no idea where it is. I was looking all over for it before I do. You know how it is where you get something. These are just like border stamps and some background stamps that I may use. And I may just stamp some, and then I may emboss some too. I got my different embossing powders out because I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun. Maybe we'll do that too. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I haven't done any of them. I have no idea how these are going to turn out. They could be a total wash, but you know, hey, I'm going to try. I just kind of want to do something a little different. So I thought maybe you might want to just kind of get your stuff out and craft with me. I'm going to use like a little sanding block to kind of sand these because, you know, they're kind of glossy and I want them to be able to accept ink and whatever I put on here. And then I think, oh, I didn't get it out yet. Let me get that. Hold on. Let me get it. Okay. I'm going to be using a little bit of gesso. And where did it go? And probably my matte gel. And I might use a little bit of my, get these out. I'm always using these. That's why I have them up here. I've quit putting them away. I might use some of these metallic luster on the cards too. So, you know, that's kind of all the different things I have. And then, you know, who knows what else, right? I'm just going to kind of go a little at a time and see how it goes and just see how it looks. I mean, I don't know. And I don't know how many we'll get done. But anyway, so I'm using my glass mat because I figure I'll make a mess. And we'll go ahead and do that. Like I said, I bought these, you know, pre-distressed, and that's kind of cool. But at the same time, I don't know, you could do this on your own. I usually end up covering this anyway on the back. And the front's kind of okay, but I have to mess with it anyway because they came glossy, so you have to do something with them. Anyway, I'm going to just take this one first. Now, I know a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll go ahead and, you know, stack quite a few of them together to make them thicker. But I usually, what I do, let me get my paper up here. I didn't get it out. I had it out a minute ago. Where did I put it? It's up here somewhere. Okay. I just usually get just any kind of, maybe a, depending upon the card and how flimsy it is, I'll go ahead and put maybe some file folder, or maybe I'll put, you know, this is just a lighter weight paper or some coffee dyed paper. And that's usually all I do. I don't usually stack them up. I'm just going to put this on some file folder real quick. And we're going to go ahead and sand the back just a little, just so it takes the glue a little bit better. And this is just my little sanding block I use a lot. I should probably need a new one because it's not working all that good. But it is taking some off. And I'm just doing that so it sticks a little better. I'm probably going to just use my, well, that's kind of a mess, isn't it? I'm going to use this a little bit just so it sticks. And I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put a few of them on here just so they're a little thicker. And, you know, a lot of people just double, and, you know, they double up their cards, or, you know, just put several of them together. And that's a way to do it too. I mean, you know, my way is not necessarily the only way, but the reason I do that like this is because then I have a surface on the back for writing. So it makes, you know, a cool little journaling card that way. These will probably fit that way, don't you think? So just a little bit. Probably don't need to do that on the 3-in-1 glue, but on maybe tacky glue you might. I think maybe this would probably work on it. Anyway, I'll just take a few of these and cut them out, and then I'll put them on here, and then that way they'll be ready to go. And I usually, if I'm going to sew on these, I don't do it till I'm all done, so. So anyway, guys, I had a fantastic vacation. We went to Perdido, Florida. Hope I'm saying Perdido or Perdido. I don't know. And we went before Memorial Weekend, before all the big crowds came. In fact, when we were there was hardly anybody there at all. So it was really weird because our last night was Friday night, and then we went and kind of visited family for a couple days. And just kind of dropped by a little bit. And then it was kind of funny because that Friday, all of a sudden, we went out. It was our last day at the beach, and so it was all of a sudden we went out there, and we didn't go out till late because we had been probably at the beach every day. Well, one day we didn't. One day it rained pretty hard most of the day, and so we didn't really go out all day, which was kind of fine because you know, we had already had a day and a half of the beach and probably needed to stay out of the sun, although it was a little cloudy for those days, which is good because then we didn't just go out there and burn the first day. But so anyway, it was interesting because, you know, we had pretty much there was hardly anybody on the beach when we were there, right? And that was part of the reason we went, is we figured, oh well, not very many people would be out. Well, it was packed. I mean, not packed like you've seen on TV, but like compared to what we were used to. Because, I mean, we probably had 60 feet between us and other people. I'm not kidding. There was that much room. And then on the last day, we had a minimum. We probably still had about 40 feet, but it was just a lot different, okay? So we noticed the crowds starting to come in. And then we left, okay, that Saturday morning. And as we were leaving the area, there's a road to come in to the beach area, you know, of Gulf Shores, Alabama, and the Florida, Flobama border, or whatever. And oh my gosh, it was probably a 2 to 3 hour line to get into that area. That's how many people were coming in there. I mean, it was just shocking. And the guy that owned the RV place said he had never seen it on Memorial Day that busy ever. And so I think people were just coming out of the woodwork to, you know, get out of their house. So, you know, and I mean, honestly, I think people were being very respectful and doing from when we were there, you know, social distancing. Even the young people, they were kind of hanging in their own little group and stuff like that. So, but I'm telling you, I was like, the line to get in there was unbelievable. I mean, unbelievably long line. It was, wow. I was pretty shocked. So, all right, I'm going to do a few more of these so I can cut them out and have them ready. Anyway, I'm doing these for like 4 different journals. So, and you know, I don't care. Whenever I make stuff like this, I usually make quite a few. And I always have extra, more than I need. And that's great because the next time I do a journal, I may use it, you know. Because like I said, I don't really do things to match what I'm doing. I want it to be the same theme or something like that. And if it looks good with the new journal that I make, then I'll use it. If it doesn't, well, then I won't. I don't really. Okay, I've already used that. Let me use one of these. Anyway, so it was, I'm sure, very crowded by the time, you know, Saturday rolled along. 'Cause we didn't go anywhere on Saturday. We just packed up our RV and left, and we were out of there pretty early. So, but man, I can't even imagine. And I'm seeing pictures of how crowded it was, and it probably was. So I don't know. I mean, I get it. People are cooped up and they want out, but I don't think I would have gone if it was that crowded. So But on the good part, though, is the guy said there that the businesses were really, really hurting. So if they get, people in, that'll be good. But they can only, I think they were like maybe at 50% capacity or 20, maybe at 50. I don't know. But still, which wasn't a problem for us because, like I said, it wasn't anybody there. It was very vacant. I mean, it was like, there's nobody around really. So I don't know. I mean, so we had no problems. We only ate out. I think we only ate out one time, but we looked around, and I mean, some places we weren't sure they were open or not, and they had signs up and everything, and because we wanted to go out and eat some seafood, and we thought, okay, well, we had our masks, and we decided, well, let's go ahead and go out. And a lot of places, we really couldn't hardly tell if they were open or not because there were so few cars and stuff. So, and you'd go in and there'd be maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 other people there. That's it. So it's gonna be, I'm sure, and I'm sure people that thought that they're gonna eat out the whole time and stuff are in shock, because if they're only having 50%, I don't know where they're gonna eat. So I don't know. So anyway, that was a little different. Anyway, I had a great time. Got my vitamin D naturally. I mean, really just kind of went to the beach. The only time we went out was that one time. We went to a grocery store one time. There was hardly anybody in it. I mean, it was just really kind of, I wouldn't say that it was like a ghost town, but there was not very many people. So it was quite shocking to see that line. And then later seeing on the news and stuff, all the people, and I'm like, wow, that wasn't how it was when we were there. So anyway, so it was really nice to get out and get out of the house, and we just really kind of hung out together, my husband and I and our dogs, and that was pretty much it. So I didn't really interact with anybody. So, and people were very respectful. Like, you'd be walking down a little boardwalk or something, or going the little path going to the beach, and people would come and they'd let you go by, or they'd go by. They didn't, it was really very respectful, and that was for young and old people. I didn't really see any difference, so that was cool. So anyway, we had a good time, and I did put some videos out while I was there. One thing that did happen that I didn't realize, my oldest son lives in kind of a nearby town, maybe 20 minutes away, and I had him coming by the house to pick up mail, and I had a few packages that were coming and things like that. Well, apparently he came the night we had left, kind of, I don't know, maybe about 10 in the morning. Well, that evening he came and picked up the packages that I had put out for the post office to pick up the next day, thinking that they were things that were mailed to me. He didn't look at them. And of course I should have told him. I just didn't think to. So, my packages that were supposed to go out for the giveaway that I thought had been mailed out and would have gotten them by now were not even mailed out. So I'm mailing those out tomorrow. They're coming tomorrow to pick them up. So I do apologize, because And I had no idea that that happened until I came back. And then I went, what? So what are these here for? Anyway, you know, he's helping us out. He thought he was doing us a favor, so I didn't even say anything to him because, you know, I told him, I said, pick up any packages you see on the front porch, bring them in. And I didn't say any. It's really my fault. I should have told him that I had some things going out. So, and I normally didn't do that ever before. I would just go to the post office. So tomorrow I'm just going to take him to the post office because I'm not going to take a chance on them not coming or whatever, because that has happened where they don't come the day they say they're going to come to pick them up, and then they come the next day, and I don't want to mess with all that, so I will just take them tomorrow. But I do apologize for that. Kind of a little weird, but kind of my fault. I should have said something to him, so I don't know. I don't know, guys. Let me see where I gotta get something out real quick. Oh, okay, I got it. Anyway, I wanted to get my alcohol out, so because I know I'm gonna make a mess. So anyway, this is all I do. I do not. That's all I do, and then that way I'll ink these, and you know they'll be pretty thick. By the time we put the other elements on here, it'll add like another layer to it. So I don't want them to be too bulky. So that's usually how I do it. I'm not going to sit here and cut all these out. I'm just going to use those for now, and then if I need more, we'll get them. Okay, so I got a few cut out. And let's see what we got here. I have a few. Let's try. Let's just try the 7 first. I feel like we're playing a hand of poker or something. But anyway. Those are ones we're not going to use for now. So what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to sand it a little. And I don't care if it distresses it because I want it distressed. See, that's what I was saying on those other ones. You end up having to do this anyway because it would have been one thing if these were like a matte finish. But because you're shiny anyway, you have to kind of mess with them. It gives you a head start, I guess. But I don't remember where I bought those. I really can't. I think I got them on Amazon or something. I think I was just looking for different types of playing cards. And here's moving my chair a little bit because I'm running over something. And they popped up, and I thought, oh, cool, I'll get those. But, you know, I mean, they were more than just the regular ones. But I'm just saying, I don't know if I get them again. Okay, so I am going to take just a little bit of my gesso, and the reason I'm going to do that is I really want, I'm going to get my brush a little wet because I don't want it too thick. I just want to do that so it has a little bite to it, okay? And the gesso will kind of give it that. It'll give it something. Because we're gonna glue it with the matte gel, but it helps it a little bit because it can bubble up if you don't get it on there good. So I'm doing that. Now when I do my cards, I still want you to be able to see the numbers and stuff. So I'm gonna do all of these. See what I'm saying? It just, well, I mean, they're kind of cool. I mean, it does make them look kind of, you could just, you know. But what I would normally do is decorate my card and then do something later. So, kind of, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's cool. We'll do that one just in case. But see, you can't really hardly see the card part of that now, so I don't know. Do this little joker here. Anyway. Like I said, I don't mind. I like that it distresses the card a little bit when I do this, but it also helps give it some tooth. And so does the gesso, and that distresses it even more. So I just take that. Go like that a little bit. And gesso dries super, super quick, so it's always count on that happening pretty quick. So do this one. Oh, I didn't. All right, dust that off. You know, I'm just putting a thin layer on it. It's really to, it's kind of to distress it, but also just, you know, like I said, to give it something to grab onto. Put that in my water real quick. And then I'm going to move these over for a second. I'll wipe that up real quick. Things are going to get messy, but, you know, best to contain our mess, right? So, keep that over here. Now what I'm going to do is I've got all these, and I'm telling you, they're all wonderful. I think I'm going to use this bird one. And this is just really a tissue paper is all it is. You know, nicely decorated. And I think what I'll do, let me see, are these dry? That one's pretty dry. Hit it real quick. Hit it real quick. They dry really quick, so I'm not gonna do this for too long, but, and it doesn't really matter too much if they're a little wet, but. All right, that should work. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, maybe I'll do the 7 first. I'll take that, and I haven't really decided what I'm going to put on there. I can't really put that on there. I could put the birdie part, but I don't know how much of the bird I'm going to get in there. Right? I don't want to cut the birdie's head off. I'm just kind of looking because I want to be able to tell that it's a playing card still. I like that one, but let me see. Maybe that would be better. Yeah, I think that, well, it's going to cut that guy. Got one right here. It's going to cut somebody off. I don't think it's going to work without doing somebody, but we have to just figure out which ones are the best. All right, maybe I'll do these two right here. So what I'm going to do is just figure out where I want this. I'm going to go ahead and cut this so it's easier to work with. And then I'll take part of this. And of course, you know, I save all these pieces because you don't want to waste it. I will say that I bought these, I think, on sale, and I have used them quite a bit, and they last quite a long time, so, because you just use small pieces. Now you could use napkins for this and they would work just as well. I just happened to have these and I thought, well, you know, I haven't been using them, so all right, what was I going to use? My other brush that I have, where is it? Yeah, I was going to use this one. Okay. So I am just going to take a little bit of this. This is just Liquitex matte gel, and you can use decoupage or anything else that you want to use. And this is just going to stick it down. Let me see. Probably gonna, I'm trying to get it to where it has tissue paper all over it, but I don't want this other bird to get cut in half. Let me see. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that's gonna work. And of course, I will ink these a little bit when I'm done, but okay. Did I get any? I didn't get any gel over here, I don't think. Alright. Make sure I didn't miss any spots, which I did. Put that on. Did I miss? Yeah, boy, I missed a lot on the little ends there. Okay. How about over here? Okay, and then I'm just going to take just a tiny bit, go over the top. Not a lot, just to kind of smooth it down. Maybe dip a little in my water so it's nice and thin. See, there's a little bubble right there. And I don't mind little wrinkles and stuff, guys, because I like that. I think it's a good thing because it will add a lot of character. But if there's a bunch of big bubbles, I will try and get those out. Okay, it looks like we need more right there. Okay, like I said, you know, you can use glue, you can use Mod Podge, any kind of thing would work on this. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit and then we'll work on the next one, okay? This next one, let me find a different one I'm going to do. Put that back in there. I don't know what happened to the top of this thing. It's long gone. You know, there's always casualties when you're doing this stuff. You can't ever figure out what you're going to do. Okay, I got these new ones in, and I don't know. Let's see. I want to see how they look, how opaque they are. See if you can see through those very well. I really love these, but I don't think you can see through them all that much, so I have to decide if I'm going to use this or not, because yeah, you can't really see the, I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Let me see. Wonder how much you'll be able to even see that. You can tell a little bit more on this one, but wonder how that would look. Nope. And then it just kind of repeats. I don't know. Could do that one. Let me see how the other one looks. Hold on, guys. I have several of them here, so I don't really know. I think what I'm going to do is do the middle. Let me roll this up a little bit. I think I'm going to go and like I said, don't worry, I don't not use any of these pieces. I just won't use them right now, and I save the other ones. I always have pieces of some that I say. I just usually keep them in the same little thing just because, you know, because next time I may want that particular piece. So, all right. I don't know if I'm going to put that there. I think I like the bottom part better. Like that. Okay. Do that. All right. I didn't put the top on my gesso. I put that one. I kind of want the different elements, but I still want you to be able to see that it's a playing card underneath. You know, I don't want you to be able, I don't want you not to be able to tell that. Although you may have to look through it, but did I get all that out? Oh, pretty good. And this one's a smaller card, so and I am completely covering these, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I cover just a portion of it. So, you know, it's kind of a different look. See, that's almost dry already, so that's cool. Okay, now I'm going to do another one. And this one I'm going to do a little bit different because I want to put a little bit of color on there. And let's see what color I was going to use. I don't remember. I saw something. Maybe this wild honey. Let's see if that'll work. It might not on that one because it's already so dark. Let me try this. I kind of wanted to do that a little bit before because I want it underneath my card. Just see how that looks. Now see, when you put the gesso underneath, it really grabs the ink really well. Now I want it, you know, that vibrant. I'm going to put another color with it though. And these are just my different distress inks. And I like buying the small ones because then I have, you know, a bunch. I buy just the little packs. And that turned out a lot darker than I thought it was going to, but that's okay. Alright, so now I'm going to take, which one was I going to use on that? I haven't decided. Let's see. Oh, is that the one I just did? No, I already did that one. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Maybe. I don't want to do that. I don't know. I want it to be more of this in here in the middle. I'm going to cut that. So this time the only thing different I'm doing is, now this is going to smear a little bit, so that's okay though, because I know, you know, is I'm just basically painting this and it's going to smear the colors together, and I like that. That's what I want. Let me get some of that off of my thing here and put a little bit more glue right there. So I think I'm trying to get a mix of these on there. Now in this case, you're probably not going to be able to see because it's an ace. You can't really see it that well. But it does make kind of a cool background. And of course you could do that on all of them. I don't, oh, okay, that ripped, but that's okay. It'll be all right. Put a little bit more glue on it. Got a little part here coming out. All right, so then we got that one. Let it dry a little bit. Okay, let me see. Now on this one, I don't know what I want to do on that. I don't know if I want to do a blue, maybe a purple, but that won't look good on there. Maybe I'll do purple and blue over there. I think maybe on that one I'm not going to do, I'm going to do something different. Let me do this one next. So this one, I'm just going to go around the edges again, put some purple on there. I'm just kind of smearing it a little bit because I know it's going to all smear together. I just want a few different smudges in there. Like this one, I'm going to try not to put so much so it doesn't completely smear together. And I'm probably, this time I'm going to take a little bit of my glue and put it on the side because I don't want to contaminate my... There we go. All right. So now I'm going to just take that and go kind of straight up and down. Like I said, it will hide a lot of the playing cardness of this, but that's okay. It'll be cool. You can still kind of see it, but I don't know. You know, I think on this one, I'm not going to even cover it. I'm just going to kind of leave it. What I'm going to do, go up and down a few more times. Let me see how that looks. Oh yeah, I think I kind of like that. Huh. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll try this one. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see. Oh. You know, I think I'm going to just try maybe this one. Yeah, that's not doing it for me. Let's see, what else do I have left? Purple probably was not the best color choice. So I think I'll just go ahead and use what I was going to use and cut that out. It's kind of getting away from me here. I'll just try that. All right. I think I'm going to try and get as many of this in there, much of this in there as I can. Alright, so that one has to dry. And then I'm going to do one more. Put that up here. And let's see what we're going to do here. I think on this one, I don't know if I want to use the tissue paper on that. I might try. Oh wait, I have this other one. I can use that one. Use that. I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of want a bigger one. Maybe I'll cut out one of these. I've already got that done. Let's see, maybe I'll just do this one. Kind of want to do a bigger one, which I'll end up going back and doing that one anyway, but I just kind of, for that particular piece, I want more of the flower showing. And I don't think I'm gonna gesso this. I want to see how it works. See if it'll stick. Nah, I don't know. I think it works just as well with this. Went and changed my mind. Go like that. Or maybe like that. Okay, maybe right there. All right. All right, so let's see if we do that. Then I probably, let me see what other colors I have in here. I've got this one I think might work. And then maybe this one. That one's an archival ink. Let's see how that works. All right. I don't know on this one. I think I'm just going to do just a small portion of it. Oh, I gotta wash this off real quick. Put a little bit of glue. Oh, did it again. I gotta get that glue out of there so it doesn't get all contaminated in there. I'm just going to take, let's see what portion of this I want to use. I just really want a portion of this, like right there. Got a lot of glue left over, so I kind of scooped out a little bit too much, but that's okay. I get a wrinkle right there, but that's okay. Like I said, I kind of like it because then later it just gives it more character, but you'll see. All right, let me do that and then see if I have any other pieces here on the other ones that are not sticking down that I can redo that. Okay, that looks pretty good. This one needs to dry a little bit more. That one looks good. All right, let me move that over there. Let me see if this one got all glued down like it was supposed to. It's got a few little spots that have issues. I don't know what happened here. Maybe I just didn't put any glue. Go back over it maybe. Right. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry a little bit more. Put that in there, and we're gonna work on these other two. All right, so anyway, now what I'm gonna do is I am going to go ahead and just cut these down as close as I can. They don't have to be perfect because I'm gonna just kind of sand them off. And you can still see that it's a playing card underneath. I mean, it's a little hard to see it, but you know, that's kind of the idea, is you're just altering it, and you kind of still, I mean, some people cover it up completely, but I want to kind of still be able to tell. I'm going to go ahead and sand the edges, and that'll, you know, that'll cut them off. And if they get distressed, I'm all happy with that. And usually what I do is I take my little distressing tool, and you can do that with your scissors too, and I distress it more. So that really messes it up. And see, even with that layer, it's pretty thick. I mean, it's not super thick. I'm trying to make, you know, be cognizant of the layers not being too thick, and so that's kind of how I do it. I'm just, you know, I want it just a little bit distressed. And I will distress it and stuff a little bit, but I'm going to do that later. Okay, so now I want to do something else to this, because to me it's just, you know, it's cool, but, you know, obviously not enough. Let me put these up real quick so they're out of the way. All this out of the way. And then, oops. I'll put them all up later. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to do something on there, and I think probably you would think a bird, but I don't know if I want to do a bird on there. I do have a bird nest. I don't know how that would look in there. Maybe just kind of down here. And then maybe something else up there. Like maybe this feather. I don't know. That'd be just too... I don't know. I can't decide. Let's see. I can put some words there. That's what I think I'll do. I've got other feathers and things up here. Let's see if that would look better. And don't even ask me where I got these stamps, because I've had them forever. So, I don't know. And that's just it. I've had them forever and I don't necessarily use them, so... Let's see, what if we put just a few little feathers here and there? That looks kind of corny, doesn't it? Maybe. Now, I think I like the nest better. I'm going to try that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss it, I think. I think I'm going to do... I have so many different colors here that I never use, so let me see. What am I going to use? Okay, this is bronze, but it's thick. I don't want it really thick. I don't want thick. Okay. I think I'm going to try this gray and see how that looks. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I am just going to use my Versamark. This is clear embossing powder, and all it is a way for the ink or for the embossing to stick on there. I'm going to put that on there. Get that on there good. And I'm I'm just going to kind of do that right over here in the corner. Kind of really don't want it to go on that bird, but that's okay. It'll be all right. And I'm going to try this. Now I could have just used ink and then used my embossing powder so I could actually see what I'm doing, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. I can't really tell. This guy's got to go that way. I really don't want it to go. And we'll see if it shows up. I don't know if the image will be crisp enough to really be able to tell. Okay, so let's see. I just pour it on there. And then I hit it with something. Yeah, it's kind of got a little smear right there. I think I can take it off. Another one right there. I think that was from my fingers. All right. We shall try. I'm going to put this aside for a second and then I'll fill it back in. Well, it's probably a dumb idea because you know it'll happen. I'll spill it. Let me get my little brush out. And this is just a cosmetic brush that I had. Just a soft brush to get it down there. And I figured that is actually the best thing to use. There we go. All right. Now, let us see how it turns out. Sorry for the noise, guys. I think it turned out pretty good so far. What do you think? See? So that just gives it another little element. And then, let me move this over for a second. What I'll do next is I'll take my, I think which color? I use the black. This comes in a silver tone to it, so I may do that. I think I like that. That way it'll be a little bit more antique-y. And just take that with my finger and kind of go around the edges just to give it a little character. And I might just take a little bit and go. It gives it kind of a pewtered effect. This is supposed to be black. What is it? It is black shimmer, but it really has more of a silver pewter tone to it, I think, because it's metallic, you know. So if I take that and just go over it, it dulls the shine down a little bit. So, I mean, it's still shiny, don't get me wrong, but it gives it kind of more of an antique look, more like a pewterish type look. And then I'm going to do the edges. And I'll probably put some silver on there too. Let me do that. I'm going to do that first. Maybe use a different finger. So it's not the same. And try that and see how that looks. Yeah, I think I like it with them both on there. So we have to do both. Hopefully my fingers are not going to dry before they are. This stuff dries really quick, so you have to work with it pretty quick. A little bit more silver on there. Of course, my fingers are going to be a mess after this, but that's okay. That's the joys of crafting. Okay, so I think on that one, it looks pretty done to me. I don't think I'm going to do anything else to it. It looks cool the way it is. And, you know, you could ink the back a little of it, maybe a little bit. You know, make it a little bit, can't open my distress ink up. Just put a little bit more. I mean, I don't mind that the back is not perfect or anything. I like that. I think it looks cool. So I'll just take a little of this, go across the back. Maybe a little on the front, just to maybe distress it more, only because what I'm doing is kind of grungy, so I don't want it to look, you know, too shiny. So anyway, I think that's cool. So that's done. And let's see, let's do another one. I don't know how many we're going to get done. Okay, get off of there. You're not dry yet, obviously. Let's see which one is dry. That's not. How about we just pick one that's dry? So that'll be good. This Joker looks like it's dry pretty good, so we'll take it and use it. And put these aside so I can wash them later. And again, I'm just going to cut it and sand it off, and you'll be able to tell that it's still a card through there, but it's not, you know, it's just not the main thing you're going to see. This has a little edge on it that needs to be glued down. Anything else on here? No. And like, I don't need it to be perfect, and it doesn't bother me if a little of it's not glued down, but if it's a pretty good portion, I'll go ahead and glue it down. So anyway, get it, you know, reasonably close, and then again, take your sandpaper, and it works wonders and just gets it all off. And you know, I'm kind of looking for a distressed, grungy look, so I don't, if that's not what you're looking for, then you probably wouldn't go through the distressing part of this, but that's kind of what this journal is gonna, well, actually all of them are gonna be kind of like similar. They're not gonna be the same, but they'll be similar. Okay, so where's my tool? I'm burying things under here. All right, so then we're gonna do that and distress it. Do that again. And I mean, you may not like this, but I love the way it looks when it's distressed. And then, I don't know. I mean, you could put your distressed ink on it right now and then not do anything else to it. You just leave it like that if you wanted to, because it'll look really cool. This one, I don't know what I'm going to do for sure, but I kind of have an idea. This one, I think what I'm going to do, I saw something in here that I wanted to use. Might be too big. I wanted to do a word, and I think I'm going to put, oh gosh, come on. I'm going to put a word on here, but I also where did it go? Yeah, I don't think that one's going to be big enough. Huh. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think that'll be good. All right. So I'm going to put those two on. And I don't know what color I'm going to use with that. Let me think. I think on this one I'm going to do gold. We're going to do gold. Where did my... Getting to the point where I'm making such a mess I can't find anything. Do I have a stamping block up there? I do for that. That's good. This would be nice. Let me see if I have one up here handy. I'll take that one. There we go. All right. So anyway, guys, like I said, this isn't necessarily a new process. It's just what I'm doing. I wanted things to put in there that would look, you know, that would go with it, that wouldn't, you know, necessarily match the other elements, because I kind of find when I use the same parts of stuff that everything ends up, you know, all starts looking the same, and I don't like that. Okay, let's see if I can get that on there semi-straight. I want it off to the side a little so you can still tell that this is a try not to move it. Okay. All right, let's see how this works out. Let's see if this is gonna work. I don't know if you can really tell with flour what it is. We'll see. I think part of the distress ink was still wet, which is kind of cool because it's kind of around the edges. So this might actually turn out, it might turn out to be a really good thing. So I think it's going to look kind of cool. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm just kind of playing, guys, so hopefully it turns out worth watching. I don't know on this one. You can see the dream, but you can't really tell what the flower is. You can see this portion of it, but this portion I think it was too fine, you know, like the print on the little flowers. It was too fine for it to really. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Just, you know, you can't tell what that is. The issue is because I think it was just too fine of a print on the stamp. But it doesn't look bad. I'm going to take a little bit of the gold. I'm going to put that on the edges. Not really a lot I can do to this, probably. I could probably do something with it. Figure it out, but we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out for another day. I don't know. I'll probably put something on there. We'll see what happens. I may just stamp it, but we'll see. Can't get much on there because my fingers are so messed up. Okay. Okay, so that one turned out, You can see the dream, but you can't really tell the flower is a flower. So if I had it to do over, I'd maybe do something like a butterfly, but you can still see that behind there. So let's try another one. Learned my lesson there. I'm not going to do that. And then let's see. Oh boy, we're way over time. Okay. You know what, guys? We're going to have to do to be continued. I don't know what I'll do on the other ones, but maybe I'll work on those a little bit and we'll work and do a few more. Just kind of see how they turn out. So just stay tuned with me next time and we'll just see how we alter some more. We've got a few more here to do and then I'll do a few on my own and then we'll just kind of see how they go. Okay, so I guess we'll see you next time. And so take care.